All right, so today we're taking a look at a case that has been really hyped by Spigen. I've seen their ads everywhere for it. A bunch of creators have it, but is it actually good? And all I have to say is, Spigen, why? And today we are taking a look at the Spigen Classic LS case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now, the price on this case is $39.99, and of course, all links are down in the description below if you guys are interested to check it out for yourself. So, taking a look, you guys know the deal with Spigen's packaging, man. It's the same thing just about every time. Spigen here, get a picture of your case right there. MagFit, it does have MagSafe, and you get a little more information here on the back. So, taking it out of the packaging, you just pull this out, you get your classic Spigen paper here, just take this thing out, and that's it. So taking a look at the back of this case, we do have a polycarbonate back with some TPU on the camera plateau, as well as TPU going around the sides. You get a little Spigen logo that reminds you of like the classic Macintosh logo there, and we do get a lanyard loop here. Now, taking a look on the inside, again, that TPU here, you do have your MagSafe magnets. Let me make sure that we do have some alignment magnets, which we do have right there, and not sure why they don't show them there, but that is what it is. It does say magnetic case for iPhone, and then you get your TPU going all the way around the sides of the case, as well as your buttons are going to be built-in buttons with those relief cutout slits, and of course you know we have to have a camera control button on here. So let's go ahead and bring over that scale and that caliper. You guys know exactly what it is. Let's make sure we get the weight, the size of this thing. So on the scale, 64 grams. That's a little bit of a lot for just a TPU polycarbonate case. There are a lot of them out there, but you would expect for 64 grams, I'm expecting that level of protection. I'm expecting some reinforced corners, some TPE going around the sides, some stuff like that. So 64 grams, just a little bit of a heavy one. And then moving to our caliper from front to back, we have 13.2 millimeters with your camera plateau 15, and then inside to outside 4.3. So it's definitely a good bit of a thicker case, especially for something that's not supposed to be categorized as a more protective case. It's definitely thick, considering Spigen makes a lot of other cases that do have polycarbonate and TPU and are a good bit thinner than this case. So you definitely will feel the weight of this case when you're using it. It's not uncomfortable to hold, but it's definitely a little bit heavy. But for right now, let's go ahead and bring over that Cosmic Orange 17 Pro Max, put it in here, and let's listen out for that click. Pretty solid click on there. You do get a decent fit going all the way around the case. The sides of it, not bad at all. Could be a little bit more stiff. Not too bad around your buttons, camera control. All that is fine. Your top, your bottom. And then taking a look at the corners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No issues when it comes to the corners. The fit on this case is actually pretty good. I was surprised because Spigen, especially with TPU, doesn't always have the best and the strongest fits. Well, this one definitely exceeded my expectations when it comes to the fit of it because it's good. And it definitely does have a little bit of a stiffer TPU going around the case, which I am all here for. But let's go ahead and take a look at that screen and camera lip, right? Let me give this a little bit of a wipe down. We got some fingerprints and all that stuff. So, full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and you're getting a slight screen lip. I mean, you can set this down on flat surfaces. I would be careful on anything else, but you do get a slight lip there. And for your camera plateau, you are going to get a little bit of a camera plateau there. So again, feel free to set this down on flat surfaces, but anything a little bit more jagged or rougher, I would definitely be careful on that. Now let's go ahead and look around the side. And if you guys see that little seam right here going all the way up and down the sides and the top and bottom and everything, it actually does come apart. Not sure if it's supposed to do that, but it is a two-part style case, so you do get the TPU and polycarbonate, but you never have to take it apart, and I actually probably wouldn't recommend it, just in case there's some glue or something in there on the middle that keeps it together and you don't want to rip it apart. But anyways, looking around the sides, the top is closed in right here. On the left-hand side, you have your action button, volume up and down. Again, they are the built-in buttons, so let's listen to how these sound. All right, so when it comes to the action button, very, very mushy. You barely get a click out of this at all. Volume up and down are okay. Your power button, though, is pretty good. No complaints when it comes to the power button. Then moving along to the bottom of the case, you do have your microphone and speaker cutouts and a very nice wide open USB Type-C port, which let me go ahead and bring over a cable here. We'll plug this in. There we go. Charging. And yeah, I mean, you'll have no complaints when it comes to the USB-C port. All your thicker head cables will fit in there with no problems. And then on the right-hand side, of course, we have to have your camera control button and the power button there. Now, taking a look at that camera control button, right? So go ahead and give it a little bit of pressure. And as you guys can see, here's the thing when it comes to this camera control button. You have to actually give it a slight bit of pressure in order for it to move. When you do give it a little bit of pressure, it is pretty responsive and really nothing to complain about there. But the big complaint is that just like, look, very easily gliding it through. I mean, yeah, you can even click it to a different mode. Simply gliding, it doesn't really respond. Now, I've talked to a few people, talked to a few other creators too, and they said that some people said theirs is the same. Other people said theirs is perfect. So that's lacking consistency. If you guys saw, I actually made a video on the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T, which I'll leave at the end of this video if you want to see that. But that was a big factor there, is a lot of lacking consistency and missed opportunities. But specifically that, you know, these cases, they don't all, even though there's the similar materials, they don't all fit the same. Spigen is known for having a really good camera control button, but as you guys can see on my case, it's not really that good. Plenty of good other ones out there. And even Spigen, which makes some of the best camera control buttons, that's not on this case for some reason. Not sure. You guys, if you have this or you bought this case, let me know how your camera control button is down in the comments below, because for me, I was definitely disappointed when it came to that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that MagSafe, right? So let's start off with our Apple MagSafe wallet. We'll attach that. Animation there. And I mean, one thing about Spigen is we know they're going to have good MagSafe. Really nothing to complain about there. Go ahead and put on your Apple MagSafe battery pack. You are going to get your animation, just didn't show up there. Give it a good shake. Shake it like it owes you money. Good to go. Good MagSafe on this case. Somebody in one of my streams the other day was like, well, listen, how come you don't ever make any funny jokes when you're shaking it? Shake it like it owes you money and stuff. So there you go. Shake it like it owes you money. So yes, good MagSafe on this one. And then bringing over our Anchor 623. Pick that up. Yeah. I mean, it's Spigen, guys. You know Spigen's MagSafe. You know it's tried and true. Your car mounts, your nightstand chargers, your battery packs, your MagSafe wallets, your pop sockets, very important, are going to fit on here with no problems. We'll have really good MagSafe connection, especially if you have a really strong car mount, you'll be just fine. So B, what do you think about the Spigen Classic LS? So I like that they made this classic looking design based on Apple's Macintosh 128K for Apple's 50th anniversary. I'm here for it. I like it. That's cool. But again, Spigen, I'm going to say this in this video just like I did in the other one. Well, you guys need to take a step back. Maybe not make so many cases, but just make it so they're all consistent. They all fit well. They all have a great camera control button. They all have good buttons. Take the buttons from the Spigen Enzo Airman. Put them on here. I don't care if it raises the price by $1 or $2. Cool, I'm here for it. I want clicky buttons. I want a good camera control. The MagSafe is solid all across the board. No complaints there, right? The fit on this case is excellent. Some fit worse than others. Again, consistency is key. I don't think that I think Spigen's just trying to just put them out, put it out. All these different kinds of cases to be cool, to stand out. Cool, that's very nice. I appreciate that. But what I appreciate more is when somebody that spends their hard-earned money on this case, they are going to want, or at least somebody who's a case person like me or like you guys, they're going to want the consistent fit. They're going to want good MagSafe, all the boxes checked, so to speak. And unfortunately, not all of Spigen's cases lately have been doing that. They have been more consistent in previous years than they were for like the 16 and 17 current series of the iPhone. So I definitely would love to see them take a little bit of a step back. Maybe don't bring out so many different designs and cases and this and that. I mean, how many cases do they have on their lineup? Take half of them, cut them out, the other half, make them really, really good, and Spigen would go right back towards the top of all case brands like they used to be a few years ago. Back in the day, Spigen was like, you knew you buy a Spigen case, no matter what, you're getting a solid case with a solid fit, and everything is going to be good. Whereas lately, that may not be the case. But otherwise, how did the case feel? It's good. Not a pinky destroyer at all. Nice grippy on the sides. I like that the power button has a little texture. It says hello on it. Really cool there. But to me, actually, this case, the phone in this case, kind of feels like a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. This is also a Spigen case here. This is actually one of my favorite Spigen cases. Very, very good one right here. But anyways, I mean, if you look at the size and the form factor of these two, it kind of feels like it. Like if you close your eyes and I just put this in your hand, you've never seen this case before, you would think you're holding a Samsung phone because it's literally the same shape. The corners, everything is the same. So I don't know. You know, it's not bad by any means, whatever. But I do prefer cases that are more rounded to actually take the shape of the phone, as opposed to making them more squared off. Whereas with a Samsung phone, yeah, you want it to be more squared off to take the shape of the phone. So do I recommend the Spigen Classic LS? And it's kind of tough to, at least in my experience. It's cool. It's a cool design. But for 40 bucks, I don't think so. If it was 20, 25, maybe even 30, great. But for $40, you can get much, much better case out there. Or if you even want to spend a little bit more, like that $50 price range, you can get some fantastic phone cases. But even at the $40 price range, I would definitely like to see those improvements. I want better buttons, definitely improved camera control button. Not sure what happened there. But you know, otherwise it's a good case. Good fit, good MagSafe, nice and tight corners. I love that. Feels good, nice and grippy, great, you know. All around, not bad. However, those few issues, in my opinion, do kind of make it a little bit of a deal breaker. But let me know what you guys think about the Spigen Classic LS down in the comments below. If you have it, definitely let me know how yours is as well. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. It goes a really long way for me and allows me to make these videos for you. And if you guys want to see my full review of that Spigen Ultra Hybrid series, I'll leave that video right here. But if you guys want to see one of my favorite cases right now that I've been absolutely loving, I'll leave that video right here.